In a lot of models that I've seen, people are sort of guessing how far down the formulas should be dragged. If you drag the formula down too far, it will affect the calculation of the model in larger models. If you don't drag it down far enough, you could be missing things and the result of the model could be incorrect. So let's look at an example here. I've got an input sheet, some kind of employee database, first name, last name, full name. Right now it ends here in row 210. So I come over here and it says formulas are dragged down far enough. Now I've got this little formula here that looks at row 4. So here in row 4 I'm simply getting a count of how many last names start with each letter. So here we have for C 21, and I'm looking over here, it's looking into this last name in the input sheet. So everything is fine, but obviously over time the company will grow, and let's put in another name. Let's put in Tim, and we'll also say Clarkson. There's last name starting with C have the most. I'll just put the counter in. So when we go back to here, now we see a 1 over here because the last names with starting with a C are now 20. There's 22 of them, but we only have 21 here, so it's only gone down to counter 21. So my little text box that connects to my formula, it's telling me drag formulas down one more row. So let's go down to the last row with formulas and just drag it down one row. Let's see if that works. And sure enough, it does. Now, if I were to enter a last name starting with an E, we wouldn't have to drag it down because there's only 2 of them. 2 last names starting with E. So let's test it. Let's actually drag this down further than we have to go, and then see how that will help us out. So let's say I drag this down really far just to sort of exaggerate and then think, okay, I'm fine now. Well, formulas are extended too far. The table, or actually this used to be a table, now it's just a range, only needs to be dragged down to counter 22. So it's telling me I'm dragging everything down too far. It only needs to go to here. So then what we can do is highlight all of the formulas below here, delete them, saving in larger models a lot of memory. And then now it simply says formulas are dragged down far enough. This is now set to 0. We're not missing anything. So let's test it one more time. Over here we're going to put in Bob, and we're going to put in, well, for lack of creative last names, Bob Clark. We'll put in counter 210. This could also be automated. And then we'll look back here, and of course it's telling us drag the formulas down one more row. And I wouldn't suggest doing this for letter by letter because that might get a bit confusing. I would just highlight the whole thing and drag it down. Oops. Just take this, drag it down, or copy paste it, and we're back to formulas are dragged down far enough.